I know we're all still recovering from the big Atari Namco Pac-Man announcement yesterday with that cool new 2600 Plus and the Pac-Man Edition, the new joysticks, the DLC, all that, trying to figure out how we're going to fit it in our budgets later in the year. But Atari is still busy paying off previous promises. You might remember back in April when I shared with you that they'd announced 5 new Plus cartridges, including the first time ever Tiger-Heli has appeared on an Atari console. I've got all the cartridges here. We're going to take a look right after this.
This video brought to you in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. This exciting and heartwarming coming-of-age Gen X novel is available now. Check the link for more info.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John, I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. With everything that's happened in the last few days, it's hard to believe that it was just 3 months ago that Atari shared with us the 5 new Plus cartridges, both a new issue and reissues coming out here in July. And they've started to ship them. And just the other day, I got a delivery from our friends at Atari and PlayOn. Look at this awesome, you're only seeing half of it. Wait till you see this awesome press kit that has those 5 new cartridges in it. And here's the thing, they make these so that when they are delivered here to the door, they'll get my attention and I'll cover them. But don't tell, this is a secret, don't tell anybody. They could ship it in a brown paper bag and I would still cover it because it's really cool stuff in here. Let's go to the table, take a look. When I saw the shipping notice for this that said, you know, this is a bundle of these new cartridges, I figured it was going to be a box of 5 cartridges in shrink wrap. I wasn't expecting. But PlayOn continues to do cool stuff, man. Their collaboration with Atari has been a good hookup with those two because things have only gotten better since Atari has been working with PlayOn. So I was very surprised, like, what are you going to do to present these cartridges? And they didn't disappoint. Check this out. Little magnetic latch. Now, can you see down here are these drawers that contain cartridges. There's Countermeasure 2, Dark Chambers, Super Circus Atari, Avalanche, and Tiger-Heli is right up there, and they're in these little drawers. Right up top is Tiger-Heli, but it's in these little drawers that we have all the other goodies. Check this out. So Dark Chambers and Countermeasure 2. Here we have our Avalanche and our Circus Atari, Super Circus Atari in there. That's a neat idea. That's clever, you know, just a nice little presentation of these. Let's go ahead and pull out these first 2, and we'll take a look. There's Dark Chambers and Countermeasure 2. Before I unpack these, I will mention on the outside of the shrink wrap is this little label that's featured on these cartridges. That's just to let you know that, hey, your Plus console might be out of date. Make sure you get the latest firmware on that. I've already updated my consoles to the latest firmware, but here's the place to go to get that tool. It's really drop dead easy. Now we have a lot to get through here, so let me just go ahead and zap the shrink wrap off of these, and then we can take a look at what we are working with here. So let's start with Countermeasure 2. We'll set that aside. So quick look at the box art on the back. You have all the compatibility information, you know, which consoles it works with, of course, the 2600 Plus, 7800 Plus, and 7800, what controllers you need. Now, they explain you can use a CX40 if you want to have single button control. I think that's maybe an option in there. Anyway, we'll get to all that. Countermeasure 2, someone told me at MGC this is actually a homebrew that was repurposed into Countermeasure 2. And I love seeing homebrews getting a new life in terms of being, you know, official Atari games now, like we got to see with Bob De Crescenzo's sequel to Crystal Castles that ended up being packed with a 7800 Plus, and now we have another example of homebrew promoted into being an official Atari release, which I just think is really cool. Let's jump inside. We have our little message here. Oh, the Have You Played Atari Today is not on the inside flap like it was on some previous releases. Oh well. You know, I never thought in my life I would ever say, boy, I miss instruction manuals, but here we are. Boy, I miss instruction manuals. It's nice to have, look at this, a printed full-color manual for Countermeasure here. How to play the game, all the detail, what all the iconography, the language of the game is, credits for the game, all of that is here. And then you have the cartridge in this little slip case, and, let's pull it out of here. Yeah, full-color cartridge. Look at that beauty. It's just nothing like a new Atari cartridge. Let's go plug it in and try it. Little music? Alright, the object in Countermeasure 2 is, after Countermeasure, Another sleeper cell is going to bomb Washington, D.C., and it's up to you to infiltrate the enemy territory, get the failsafe code, and stop the missiles from taking off. And you can see when you start the game, there's going to be launch in a certain amount of time. Let's just sample the game. We're not going to play too much. Got 44 minutes to accomplish this. Oh, look, I got my my pimped out CX78 Plus with the button relocator and the grip and everything. I love playing like this. You haven't seen this before? Link up here in the video where you can check out all these cool add-ons. But anyway, moving on. Let's play some Countermeasure 2. Don't shoot me. Whoa! That high speed is the pickup. So you get pickups when you kill those little things. I got super high speed. Oh, there's another one. Go get that one. There we go. Got it. Oh, I'm running willy-nilly through the trees. Normally you can barely move through the trees. Oh, I ran into that turret. I didn't see it. It looked like a tree, in fact. All right. Back to my poor little slow-mo tank. Yeah, this is one of those sit down and take 20-30 minutes and play a game, because there's a lot to do, a lot of pickups, codes that you have to crack. Yeah, I know. I said before, my buddy MC Murr, huge Countermeasure fan on the 5200, so now Countermeasure 2 coming out on the 7800. If he's not already playing it, I'm surprised. Ooh, he almost got me. Oh, right in the trees. Get him! Oh, he almost shot me. Get out of the trees, dude. There he goes. Get him! Alright, this guy before he shoots me. Don't shoot me! There we go. Get him. Got it. Yeah. Countermeasure 2. Alright. Up next we have, this is a re-release of the 7800 Dark Chambers, and I think new artwork here, really nice dramatic artwork. You see your two characters, your red and green guy on there. Same idea on the back, just some overview, some screenshots, compatibility. You need to have two buttons, so it's talking about the CX78 specifically here. Alright, let's get it open. Second verse, same as the first here, consistency. Look, we have the nice, glossy, full-color manual. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, this is a little bit larger. There's more to know in this one, it seems like. And then you have the little slipcover with the artwork on it again. And, I'm assuming, once more, full-color cartridge. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right. Let's go play. Dark Chambers, originally 1988, so this is a reissue. So again, let's pick advanced or standard. We'll do standard, one player or two player. We're gonna do one for now, although this is a great game to play two players, so level A. So interestingly, I just learned the other day, you know, this year is the 40th anniversary of Gauntlet. And I learned the other day that Gauntlet was, oh, wrong button. That's my magic button. There we go. Oh, that relocator is so nice here. So easy to get to that second button. Whoa! I got him. Anyway, I learned that Gauntlet took heavy inspiration from an 8-bit Apex game called Dandy. And then later, after there was a threatened lawsuit that didn't happen, but ultimately, after that, Dandy was reworked into Dark Chambers. And you can see the Gauntlet inspiration here. I mean, if you ever played this and didn't think of Gauntlet, you probably never played Gauntlet. I mean, from the monsters, the monsters to the spawn points to how some of them, devolve as you shoot them. Oh man! Oh, I have a key. Ah, pain. Let's go back and use that key. What was down here? I think there was an exit and a pickup, and I can move on. Entering level B. All right, Dark Chambers. Look, you probably know the game. There's some life up there. There's some potions finally. It's nice to have a re-release for those that can't get a hold of this anymore. I understand it's not as easy to come by, certainly, as it used to be, so. In just a second, we're going to get back to that press kit and take a look at all the remaining goodies in there that we haven't looked at yet. First, I want to take just a second here to remind you of our store over at GenXGrownUp.com/merch, where you can find all kind of cool, nerdy designs, both our logo mashed up with other pop culture, as well as tons of other original designs that you can get printed on hats and shirts and pins and stickers and mugs and tees, all kinds of cool stuff. You're bound to find something there that you like. So the next time you're in the market, please keep us in mind. We really
really do appreciate it. Not only does it get you what you order, but it helps support independent content creation like you see here on GenXGrownUp. Okay, I promise to be quick. Let's get back after it.
All right, let's keep going. So in this one we have the 2600 Avalanche, and then we have Super Circus Atari. So let's get that one out of there. Super Circus Atari out of there. All right, let's check these out. Now, Avalanche, this is the only one of the collection that's exclusively or explicitly Atari 2600. Now, that means it runs on your 7800 plus, 2600 plus, 7800, all those, but it works on an old classic 2600. It's based on an arcade game of the same name, and as I recall, it was on the Atari 8-bit as well as like Kaboom. There's some lineage where Kaboom was kind of inspired by this game. So, yeah, same idea. Compatibility on the back, of course, some screenshots. Let's get in. I'm remembering now that when this was first announced, this had a red color scheme on the box, and they've gone with red for the logo and blue for the box, which is fine, you know, just a little stylistic difference. We have the same idea, full color glossy manual here, explaining the game, scoring, yeah, difficulty switches, all that kind of info, and then you have, again, original artwork here, to the best of my recollection. This little slip cover. There's our cartridge, yeah. Just really like opening new Atari cartridges. Let's go try Avalanche. All right, here's Avalanche. I see you, John Champeau, down there from Champ Games. This originally came from. So look, we have a game select, novice, expert, number of players, all that. So I'm just going to jump in, and yes, I have the paddle controllers because that's the way to play this game. You can see the Kaboom influence, I'm thinking. I never spent much time with this game in the arcade or even on my Atari 8-bit, but I don't have that excuse anymore because, oh my goodness, none of the red ones. There just aren't enough good paddle games out there in the world. I'm glad Champ Games decided to do this, and Atari decided to adopt it as an official. Whoa, almost missed that one. Whoa! Alright, just a quick peek at Avalanche. Let's move along. Now we've got Super Circus Atari. Now it's no secret, if you've been here on the channel more than a little while, you know I'm not a big fan of the original Circus Atari, but I got to play the Super Circus Atari a little bit more at the Midwest Gaming Classic earlier in the year, and it was starting to grow on me. There's more going on. I spotted some bonus pickups and stuff. Yeah, and this one, again, for the 7800, it was based, I believe, on a homebrew game that's been promoted as an official Atari release, compatible across all of these, so let's get in. By this point, you may be noticing a theme. Super Circus Atari has a nice glossy, full-color manual just like the others. Yep. Yeah. Oh, gosh, I've missed manuals. So nice to have them back again. Here's a little slip cover. You know, I'm a fan of them starting to add these slip covers. I was a little disappointed when they would only give you slip covers and not a box. But now that they're giving both, because this is nice that I have to open the box, close the box, and you can still keep it dust-free by keeping it in a slip cover. Still looks nice on a shelf, you know, like the things you're currently playing on the shelf. But you don't have the problem of, you know, opening, closing a box. So, yeah. So here's our cartridge. Hello. And this artwork, it's pretty charming, I must admit. Pretty charming artwork. Let's go try Super Circus Atari. Dang it, the artwork was cute, now the music is cute. Yeah, Super Circus Atari might grow on me. So, a lot of options on Super Circus Atari. So, classic mode, on or off. So, classic mode, as you might imagine, is the classic mode, the original Circus Atari. So, that's included. So, we'll turn that off, of course. But then you have options like when the balloons are gone, refill all of them, or just a row at a time. Your difficulty, number of players. Now, this is cool. 1 player, 2 player alternating, or 2 players simultaneous, which is cool. But the most important feature of all, I think, is the ability to change controls. So you don't want to play Circus Atari with a gamepad or a joystick, so you can switch to paddle or even the driving controllers. So I'm going to switch to paddle, and I have my paddles here plugged into port 2, and then I can navigate the menu with it. So I'm terrible at this game, but we'll give it a try. I know there are kind of like pickups a la Arkanoid. There they are. Whoa, look at that. See, this adds a whole new layer. Wow. You know, for the original that I was never super fond of, because I just found that it was kind of punishing, and anyway, you probably already know my thoughts on Circus Atari if you saw my tier ranking video on it, but this one, like, it's more fair. The power-ups give you more to do. There are all kinds of, oh, I lost, see, look at that, $5,000 before I lost my first clown. It really combines the best parts of Circus Atari and then games, like I said, Arkanoid, which are paddle-style games where you can do something different other than just the constant grind of catching this clown. You have ways to modify the game. Now that's really, I think, the genius of Super Circus Atari. And yeah, dang it, it's really growing on me. I didn't think it would, but I got to give it to Super Circus Atari. And having a great paddle game, there are far too few good paddle games out there, and this is, for my money, this is another one of them added to the repertoire. And then finally we have what is undoubtedly the star of the show, and that's this Tiger-Heli, an original production, original homebrew. Never has Tiger-Heli been on any Atari console and all. Now it has this 7800 version. Let's check it out. It's at this point of the video I want to welcome those of you who fast-forwarded straight to Tiger-Heli to see it. I don't blame you, I get it, but now that you're here, I will mention that all of these cartridges are still for sale. Links down in the video description where you can click, and they are affiliate links. Clicking on those and buying there at Amazon will help GenXGrownUp out and give us, a couple of pennies here and there. So, Tiger-Heli. Yeah, I got to play this as well ahead of time, and haven't played the final version here, but as noted, this is the first time this game has appeared on any Atari console like ever. And now it's an official release from Atari for the Plus line. Let's get in. And sadly, this is the last time in this video that I can repeat the same thing again, but I enjoy so much about these new releases. Full color, glossy manual. In case you don't know how to play Tiger-Heli. It's a great arcade game. If you've never played the arcade, you have something to... And I've heard people that played it on the NES say this version may be superior. Well, who knows? That's cool. 40th anniversary, by the way, and if you caught that on there. You got the slipcase. Nice to have, most certainly. Take a look at that cartridge, because that's the best part. There he is. This is nice. If none of these interest you, this one probably is going to interest you. That's why I said you probably fast forward this part of the video, but this is a great old arcade game, and it's translated so well to the 7800. Let me show you. And there he is, Tiger-Heli. Press button to start. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, that feels good. I wonder if is the secret over here with the fuel tank? Let's find out. Is it the first fuel tank? It's right up here somewhere. Shoot some houses. Of course, you have bombs with the second button. Boom! Maybe you might have to bomb the fuel tank, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see when we get there. If I remember, there was a lot of points in that tank. It's right here. 10,000 points! Yeah, even that's in there. Cool. You can't hold down the button for rapid fire, but more rapid fire if you do it manually. Oh man, there's a lot of incoming fire. Let me get around here. There we go. Get around them. Flank them. This is going to bring a fan of this game a lot of hours of fun. Because Tiger-Heli is one of those progressive adventures where the terrain keeps changing and there's so much to see and do. Whoa! Let's get these guys. Got him! Yeah, and then even pulled one of the bombs off the side of my chopper. Perfect. Come on, open up so I can shoot you. There, got him. The sprites are really well realized too, I'm noticing. You seeing that? Like, it's not just a big samey environment. It's all the things you'd expect to see in the arcade game almost. This is a darn good translation. I've never spent much time with the NES one. Now, it's not quite as good as the arcade version, of course, but it's not far off. Whoa! Oh, little heli. I finally got the little heli. Yeah! Bomb them. There we go. Music's decent too. There's the landing pad. Did I do it? I made it. Made it through the whole level. Bonus. No bombs, but one little heli. All right. That's all right, man. If you're a Tiger-Heli fan, you can see this is most definitely the star of these 5 cartridges, and I can see why they put it front and center on the top of that press kit box. This is a great translation for the 7800.
This nice, steady, constant cadence of releasing new cartridges, both reissue and original stuff, homebrew stuff, on the Plus consoles, it's great to see out of Atari, and it also should provide some consumer confidence to those of us who are now thinking about buying that fancy new Pac-Man console. Is there going to be new support for it and new stuff? Well, look what they've done. Promised in April, delivered in July, promised in July, we have coming in October, and it makes me, so when that stuff ships and arrives in October, I wonder what new 5 or more cartridges, hopefully, going to get announced then, possibly for the end of the year, beginning of the new year, who knows? It's all speculation, but you can bet I'll be keeping an eye on it. I'm going to place some links to some other videos related to this Plus platform here, and here I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video. Can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.